Right, I'm recording from now on. What's your name, sir?
My name's Sean.
Sean, I'm Dave.
How you doing?
Sean, we're sitting in the park. It's a bit of a grey day, a bit cold, the birds are singing. We've just had a little chat with a grandmother who's walking past with a buggy and her little baby, and they were fascinated in what we've got in front of us. This is your thing. What is this sitting at our feet?
A 1/7 scale armour in fraction electric race car.
And it goes like the clappers.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just send it for a spin up and down the road. It goes really fast.
Yeah, out the box, they come 80 miles per hour out the box with optional gearing. With necessary, the batteries are important. Good quality batteries help. But yeah, it's just a fun hobby to do with friends, without friends, with kids, without kids, while at work, while not at work. So yeah.
So just describe this particular car for us. It's kind of the size of, to a layman like me, it's like a small suitcase, like size.
Yeah.
What is it, like two foot in length? It's quite solid.
I'd say just over 2 foot.
Yeah.
It's mostly made out of a metal chassis.
Just holding it up. Yeah. It's got lots of scrapes on the bottom because
it's been well used.
Because it's quite low slung.
Yeah, it's very low to the ground. It's primarily for street racing and street drifting.
No, okay, right. We're getting into terminology. Street racing, street drifting. Tell me, Sean, what are those things? Is that when you go to a particular place where there's no cars and you can do what you want?
Pretty much. Me and my guys, we usually find somewhere in either Tesco's, Asda, any local car park with space, without speed humps preferably.
Yeah.
And we do maybe short drag races or circuit races around cones. Just a bit of a competition really between a few guys.
Nice. Is it? I mean, you do it for the crack, you do it for the fun, but when you go to do something like that, is there also a bit of competition? As like you want your car to,
100%.
You want your truck to really,
everyone wants
perform.
to be the winner, but again, it all comes down to technique and speed and control. Some guys like to just go straight in for speed. Some guys like to maintain the speed and have a lot of control.
Yeah.
So it all varies on the driver as well as how you set up the car as well.
And what's the drifting bit? Is that a style of spinning a car?
Pretty much it's controlled, how can I call it? Controlled wheel spins, I guess.
Right.
Is where you're going around the bend, not normally, but sideways motion.
Yeah. I've kind of heard the term with like car racing where it's sliding around the corners.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
that
much
kind of
like
thing.
that, yeah.
Nice. So, you got spanners here, you got a little toolkit too. So, is this one like, are you trying it out? Are you working it out? Do you know it, or are you still getting used to it?
I've had this for a couple years.
Yeah.
It's been set in the garage for a while because just haven't had the time to do it, to be honest with you, family and stuff. But I'm out today just tinkering with it, just getting rid of all the odd, unfamiliar sounds that it shouldn't be making. And
like any car owner, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Any
You listen to
squeaking, you
your
hear, you're like, okay, let me put a little lubricant on it. But yeah, just really maintenance on it today, really. Testing out and see how it drives.
Nice. And when we just initially started talking, you said, I'm just between jobs, so I've got a little time just to fit this in. Mm-hmm. This is a hobby, but it's something that you can do for a short while. You don't have to like dedicate a whole day to it.
No, definitely. I'm at work at the moment. I started at 8 o'clock. My first job was half an hour. Second job isn't until 11, so that's giving me a bit of a playtime, should we call it.
Yeah.
So, I'm just here killing time, just waiting for my next job.
Nice. That sounds like a really nice life.
So right now, it does fit perfect into my lifestyle, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what's the kind of area of work that you're in that you can do a job at A and then another one and then have a little break, have a coffee, play with the car, and then on to the next one?
I work as a damper mould operative. So I have set slots throughout the day, 8 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, and again at 1. So depending on the duration of the job, it's depending on how much time I get for myself to do what I'm doing, really. But the first job was just a quick observation, quick notes and report back, and that's why I'm here now. And
are you going in and out of people's houses when you do that? Or is it businesses, anywhere?
I go mostly housing association I work for.
Yeah.
So I'm going in and out of tenants' properties and just attending to whatever maintenance needs they got.
And are you like freelance? Or
No.
you're set within a system, but the system's got flexibility to help? as part of it?
Yeah, I would say it's flexible. Once you meet your records and you complete all your tasks in good time, and you get good feedback from the tenants,
Yeah.
and they're pretty much laid back. Once you meet your targets, you're all right.
Because I think a lot of us try with our lives, we want that balance between enjoying our job, we want that balance of being able to do what we want when we want. Most of us can't do it. You get locked in. How long has it taken you to get to this point where you're just like, I found the balance, I feel like I've got a bit of control over what I'm doing?
Well, it's been a long time, to be fair with you. Prior to this job, I was self-employed for 15, 20 years.
Right.
And so that's quite demanding, finding your own work and chasing up payments and materials and so forth. So doing that every day, it kind of got a bit, I didn't say I lost the passion for it, the enthusiasm to get up every day and search for jobs and so forth. So now I found a position, I've been here for maybe a year now. They're happy with the work that I do. I'm happy going back and forth to tenants. I'm quite a bubbly person, so there's always conversation throughout the jobs.
Oh, that's nice.
And so it's been a while. But
so it's quite a people-focused thing. You've got technical skills, so you go in for the delivery of a job, but you can have a good chat, you can have a bit of banter with people,
yeah, of course.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, of course. It helps the day, makes them feel a bit more at ease, more comfortable. And that's what's important, really. Once the tenant's comfortable and happy, then it's all get good feedback going to the office.
The thing about tenants and housing associations, people like that, there's usually a bit of tension there. Like, people are just like, the housing association or the organisation which provides the services is not responding to me, is not doing the job I wanted, etc. So you must quite often go to places where tenants are just a bit aggravated, and you have to just go, let's just,
it's a 50-50.
Let's calm it down a bit.
Some tenants, they want to vent out and get their frustrations out. I understand. I don't take it personal.
Are you like holding up your hands and go, I'm just a messenger?
To be fair, I take on board everything they're saying, because if it helps, some of the things they say help in my notes as well, so I can get some history on what the problem is in the property and what's going backward and forward from them in the office. But I tend to just try and I offer my services, whatever they need doing, I can fit in whatever I can within the time frame.
Yeah.
I can't promise you the world, but while I'm here,
make
the most of my skills and what I can do for you, is what I generally offer people.
It's nice. And you seem to be like a calm person who's not going to get upset by other people's aggravations. You're like,
Yeah, I'm quite laid back and chilled. If you're upset and you're emotional about something, you're allowed to have that feeling, but that's how you feel.
And it kind of helps us through the day, doesn't it? Where if you have a good chat with someone, it gives you a bit of a lift. If you're able to help someone,
yeah, of course.
Because also your job is kind of helping people.
Yeah, definitely. I do get a good feedback and positive reviews from tenants, mostly because it's something that has been ongoing for a while, and I come in for the 3 hours of the job, for 3 hours of the time that I'm there, and I crack out as much as I can. So they're generally happy and pleased with what I've done. Maybe not the overall company, but the time that I'm there, they're happy. So that gives them some kind of positivity that something's being done.
And there also must be a bit of, when you start a job, there must be a bit of managing expectations. You're like, okay, here's the situation. I can do these things, but I can't deliver the world to you. So they're not going to be frustrated at the end. You're just like,
I'm just reassuring them that, despite what's going on between you and the office, put that aside. I'm here now. What can I do for you?
Yeah, nice.
Well, yeah, it works.
That's great. That sounds like a nice job to have.
Yeah.
When it goes well.
Yeah, definitely. Some days you have the bad days, some days you have the good days. But today started off as a good day, so let's hope it rides through.
That's great. I remember talking to a bloke who had been a plumber for a while, and he talked about going into people's lives and hearing their life stories over a cup of tea. You're going into other people's lives. Some of them will tell you stuff. And they'll just go, let me tell you about my life, or let me just muse about what I'm thinking about. It must be fascinating to just get a broad spectrum of society in the job that you do. You must see people in a relaxed state in their own environment, in a way, sharing in a way that we don't outside of the home.
Yeah.
Like, it gives it. Do you find that sometimes you're kind of becoming an amateur philosopher
I wouldn't go that far at all.
in understanding the human condition.
I wouldn't go that far. I just try and be there, show support and I suppose just assistance to anything that I can offer my skills to, really.
Yeah.
And that's all I can really offer. A good ear and some helpful maintenance around the property.
Yeah. When I walked past you just this morning, I was just on the way to the post office, and we started having a little chat because I haven't seen one of these before. What were you thinking about? What was on your mind? What's been on your mind today? Like the general kind of, got to do this, got to do that, or problems to solve?
Not really problems, just day-to-day thoughts, really. What I'm going to have for lunch, what time can I get off the job, when can I get home.
Yeah.
Today's just been a relaxed day. I can't really say I've got anything on my mind. Everything seems to be going okay with life. I've found a job that I'm comfortable, I'm happy to work in, and I don't mind waking up early and getting to work. So yeah, I'm in a good place right now.
That's great.
So I really can't grumble.
When you say you're in a good place right now, were there times when you were not in a good place in years gone by?
Yeah, there's been hard times when obviously work's bad, you still got to provide for the family, kids need A, B, C and the rest of the alphabet, but you just trying to hold on to your bit of sanity to hope that you get through this month and the next month. But yeah, I can look back and say it was worth it, really. I've been through the hard times. I'm not saying hard times, so I'm sure there's people that's been through worse than what I have, but it was a down time for me, and yeah, it's all right now. Seeing a bit of light, not all the way at the end of the tunnel, but I'm kind of a quarter of the way.
Quarter of the way. That's good enough. So, you mentioned family, kids. Do you remember life before they came along? Do you remember a different kind of mindset, or was that so long ago it's lost to memory?
I remember the time before the kids. It was just for myself, really. I just had no responsibilities, nobody chasing me for anything. It was just me, myself, and obviously the family, mum, dad, sisters, brothers, etc. But there was no independence after me, basically. I can just wake up, I'm going to do this. Yeah. I don't have to prepare the rest of the family. It's just me I have to prepare. But yeah, I suppose it's part of growth and life, I suppose. But it's been an all right journey. I suppose I got a few funny stories to tell the grandkids as and when I do have them. But yeah, let's keep them.
Let me tell you about your mum and dad, like when they were kids, kind of
pretty
thing.
much kind of thing. So yeah, but that's far away for now. So
it does. The thing about parenthood is, I've got a little daughter. It does change you. It's hard to put into words what it does, but it changes you in a core way. I reckon one of the things it really gives you is empathy. I think it gives you more understanding being a parent about everyone else. Because before, maybe it's like you're looking after number one, and then afterwards there's always someone who's more important than you.
I get that. I suppose it depends on your situation and your environment with your partner and the kids, because not everyone has that smooth sailing. Some people's experience with parenting has not always, it's a bit rocky.
I think that's everyone. I think that's everyone. Nobody has a smooth ride.
I know, but
oh my goodness,
that's another conversation.
Are your kids still at school age? Are they out the home? Where are they? What kind of stage are they at?
They're 2 in secondary school and 2 in primary school. Well, not primary, 1 in primary, 1 starting nursery. Yeah. So the ages are pretty varied. There's a big gap.
Yeah.
So trying to get the 15-year-olds to do stuff with the 1-year-old, it's like, it's an argument. So you have to pick your battles right now,
That's a good one. Picking your battles, definitely.
Do I burst in your room and complain how messy it is, or do I just shut the door and wait for the right time and just put everything on you at once?
Yeah. I've heard that from various of my friends who've got teenage kids, and they complain about their kids, and they say, I wish I could influence them in a certain way or get them to change their habits in a certain way, but at the same time they know that they're in that long process of letting go. and going, you're your own person, I can't make you anymore.
But along the journey, you're going to get a few bumps because I'm going to purposely put them there for you because I'm not happy with how you're handling certain things. So, but like I said, my son's learning curves.
Yeah.
Like, after I've done what I've done to show you how you should, not doing it correctly, but how you might think about wanting to maybe handle the situation rather than doing it your way. I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That doesn't cut in my house.
Oh.
So yeah.
You're the law. How often? I mean, your kids are all different ages, but how often do they turn to you for that advice and that support, where they just give you an open page and they're just like, look, this is the situation? Or is it always a case that you have to step in because young people kind of don't really think like that?
Yeah, I can't say they've... certain problems I find is problems that they know that they've caused and they know they've done something wrong, but now they're going to call dad to back them up. If they know they're 100% innocent and done nothing, they'll tend to handle it themselves. But when it's something that they know, right, I was out of place, I'm going to call dad.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So I always question my sons. As much as I'm always going to be on their side, I know what you're thinking before you think it, if you know. Because we've been there.
Yeah.
We've all had that same kind of upbringing, situation. So for my sons, when they come to me, Dad, this happened, I'm like, okay, I think this is what happens. You give them your version.
Yeah.
And then they get that look in their face. Was you there? Like, I wasn't there, son, but I've been there.
Yeah.
You're just reliving what I've done already, but you're trying to come at me with a different story. But I know the original version. So, yeah, you have your laughs along the way.
Oh, that's nice.
You have your laughs along the way.
I've got friends who purposely, it's an interesting point they make, they purposely make sure that their kids know they're thinking about them. Like, they're walking home from school, they'll send them a message, they'll phone them and just say where you're at and where you're going or how was the day, because they want the kids to know that they're there. It's like the kids wouldn't remember or the kids wouldn't think about them, but the parents is like, it's important. I'm not there physically, I'm at work or whatever, but I want them to think that I'm with them. Not in a kind of overbearing helicopter, but it's like I'm part of what's going on. Do you sometimes get that kind of feeling of like, I want to make sure they know I'm there?
Not so much give like over the phone. Mostly if they're in my presence, I might just jump on them and give them a little wrestle around the living room or something.
Nice.
But as for generally day to day, I find me calling them, you'd be lucky if they answer.
Oh, this
that
is true.
frustrates me more.
This is
because
true.
I know you can see it ringing, and you're ignoring it. So whatever, do what you're doing. If you're in trouble, you'll call me. I'll know where you are because my phone pings. Transaction at this shop. Ping, transaction at that shop. So I know where you
Bank
are.
of Dad.
Yeah, and so I don't have to worry about finding them because I'll track them through my bank account.
Bank of Mum and Dad. How often have I heard that? What about the balance between you and Mum in terms of like how you both handle it? Because it's a kind of a negotiation between Mum and Dad sometimes too. It's like, right, how are we going to sort this thing? It's like, I'll handle it, or let's try and work out a joint approach.
I find we'll communicate about the problem or the issue at hand, but I kind of let Mum kind of deal with it, and I come in as reinforcements, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't need to. Mum can just smooth it out, with just talking to whoever or whatnot. Where Dad will come in with a more heavier stance and what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but I just find Mum will smoothing it out and Dad's just there for the backup, just to reinforce that everything's gone all right. Oops, and nothing's happened along the way.
Oh, we got a little man who's just crashed into the.
Like there's a learning curve.
Into the curve, but he's all right. He's got his helmet on.
You get up, you brush it off, and you keep on going.
No tears. No tears. Do your kids like this? So, the hobby that you've got with the racing cars, the model racing cars, is that your thing?
Started off with the kids.
Right.
I bought smaller ones for me and the kids to race.
Yeah.
As they got older, they lost interest, and I thought I'm not going to let it go to waste. I'll carry on. So this is my getaway time as well. Some days on a Sunday afternoon when the house is chaos.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
I'm off.
pack up the cars and we go.
That's brilliant. It's really nice to have a space of a little bit of your life which is just for you. I think that's really healthy.
You need it. Otherwise, you end up going mad. You can't please everyone all the time. You got to have something for yourself, just a little downtime, I guess. Like even just sitting here, I can do this and ponder in my head any thoughts or stresses that I might be going through. And by the time I finish them, all right, go home.
It is true, actually. When you do something that you like, or you're doing a little DIY job, or even just reading a book, it does help just settle your mind a bit, doesn't it? Because when you're talking with other people in a busy environment, there's lots of noise and chat, and it's other people's stuff. Giving yourself time.
Yeah, you need it. I say we're guys. It's mostly I'll talk on our mental health, as in men's, and I think it's important that we have a little time to ourselves, because fathers, we get tired, we get fed up and all the rest of it, of stuff at home, work and the rest of the lifestyle, headaches and dramas that come. So it's important for us to have a little quiet time, a little you time. It don't have to be a long period, a couple hours, a little stroll around the park, or just go to the gym. Just do something for you. It's needed.
It is needed. And also it's kind of like a role model thing for the family too. Because if you do take the time out, they see you regularly taking it out, and they see you coming back
in a bit
refreshed
state, and yeah.
And then it's like, oh, Dad handles that well. Dad's got that thing as part of his life. Maybe I'll build it into what I do. Like in a kind of
try and inherit some of the good things that we do. We hope.
Do you know, one of the things I've trying to grapple with is when your kids are young, you think you're going to mould them, and you think you're going to make them, and then as they're getting older, you're just like, I've got no control over this character. This is a completely different person.
They turn into their own person. It's up to a certain age. I reckon maybe about 7, 8. Primary school. Anything after primary school, it's kind of free. They've kind of just, the world kind of takes control. They got influences from friends, from television, from some social media. So yeah, it's a lot for the kids to take. It's not like when we were growing up.
When you were growing up, and this is something I've reflected back on, because I think, how much am I like my mum and dad? And I'm like, I'm not at all like my mum and dad. There must be elements of them in me. But when I was that age, I wasn't becoming like them, even though they were probably, parenting in that way. It's kind of like, I want to give you the best of what I think life is about. When you were growing up, was there a subconscious kind of reflecting of the values of your parents? Did you do a bit of a kickback against that and it's like, I'm going to go my own way? Do you remember how you went?
My old man from early ages always said, learn a trade. That's what he said, learn a trade. My dad was a multi-trader.
Right.
He could pretty much do everything, electrical, plumbing, tiling, all the rest of it.
Proper generalist with lots of skills, turn his hand to anything. Yeah.
So he always told me from young, learn a trade, but teenagers being teenagers know best. You want to do your own thing. And after years and years passed, I'm now 46 and I've got a trade.
Yeah.
If I'd have done this when I was 16, I might have had a company with workers and all the rest of it, but I didn't listen. So learning curve again. So here I am.
Do you look back on that with any kind of regret? Because sometimes people are like, the paths I could have taken.
I wouldn't say regret, but you do look back and think it could have been different. My life could have been different now. I might have been in a better position. I could have been in a worse position. It's just, who knows? Future's a mystery. So we just have to just try and take it as it comes.
When you were young, when you were doing your own thing and going, I'm not going to learn a trade, what were your dreams? Where did you think you were going? I
started off, I wanted to be a chef. I got an apprenticeship as a chef in the Hilton Hotel. Did that for about 2 years.
Well, that's a pretty solid start.
It was.
It
went
not
well.
Sitting around dreaming. That's actually doing something.
It went well, and then a clash of heads between myself and the chefs, and that kind of ruined my own opportunity by talking too much and saying the wrong thing. So a learning curve again. See, life is learning curves. I've worked in schools as a teaching assistant, support worker, holiday, theme club, youth clubs. I've done quite a few things.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so now I'm in the maintenance and I'm quite settled and happy at it now. Prefer it, to be fair.
So it sounds almost as if, in a way, there's a bit of your dad's approach to life in that, as in he had lots of skills and he put them together. You've got lots of skills, you've got lots of experiences, you bring them all to what you're doing.
Yeah, very true. My dad, like I said, he was a multi-trader. After many years, I've become a multi-trader. My mum, she always grew me to be independent, do things for yourself. So my mum always taught me how to cook, clean, just be self-sufficient and do for yourself. And
have a solid basis of knowing
don't need to rely on anyone to do anything for you. So that's where I am now. I teach that to my sons.
Yeah.
And hopefully they find the right path. And I'm not saying they have to be multi-traders, but at least learn how to change a tyre and fix your toilet without phoning me. So, little basic things. I didn't expect you to build a house, but I learned how to just manage and maintain how the things work. So, but they're all right. They're getting there slowly.
There is that thing as an adult that you're constantly problem solving. This is part of how we are. When we're growing up, we just do that automatically. We're like, I'll fix that, I'll do. And when you're young, you just don't think like that at all. And I don't know how it happens, but we are so established in sorting out what has to be sorted out from the moment we wake up.
Yeah, even now, my kids, if something breaks, Dad will fix it. It might not be something that's not fixable, but they'll think Dad will fix it. Okay, it's quickly run shot by another one, put it down. They don't even notice. Oh, it's fixed. Yeah, it's new. But yeah.
And looking ahead, like when you look past, you can see a pattern on things, and you can, like with hindsight, you can put the jigsaw together and go, that happened because of this happened. You know, when you're looking forward, it's harder to see what's going on. Do you know what the future looks like for you this year, 10 years? Have you still got hopes and dreams in how you think about the world?
For myself, I just hope that I'm here for my kids. I'm here to support them and be there for them in years to come. My dreams are for them to be successful and have a happy life and not have to deal with the ups and downs and hurdles I had to go through. Like, I'm really just for the kids, really. I've had my fun. I've had my years of trying to make the millions. I'm 46 now. I doubt I'm going to make $1 million in the next 10 years. So I've accepted that. And I'm just trying to build for the kids now. That's my aim, build for the kids.